On a day that began like any other, tragedy struck Antioch High School. A seemingly ordinary day took a horrific turn in the school cafeteria. A 17-year-old student armed with a handgun opened fire. The gunfire left one 16-year-old student dead and another injured. In the aftermath of the shooting, the assailant took his own life. This heartbreaking event sent shockwaves through the community and ignited a debate about school safety. How could this happen? What could have been done to prevent it? This tragedy, sadly, was not an isolated incident. Schools across the country have grappled with the scourge of gun violence. The fear of such events has led to the adoption of various security measures. Schools have implemented metal detectors, hired security guards, and conducted active shooter drills. Yet, the question remains, are we doing enough to protect our children? One technology that has gained traction in recent years is artificial intelligence gun detection. Proponents argue that these systems offer a sophisticated solution to a complex problem. They promise to identify potential threats before they escalate. But the tragedy at Antioch High School has cast a long shadow on the effectiveness of this technology. The school had invested in an AI gun detection system, yet it failed to prevent the shooting. This failure raises serious questions about the reliability of such systems and their role in school safety. As we grapple with the aftermath of this tragedy, we must confront these difficult questions head-on. We owe it to our children to create safe learning environments. The search for effective solutions must continue, even as we mourn the loss of innocent lives. Imagine a world where schools could identify and neutralize potential threats before they materialize. This is the promise of AI gun detection technology. Using a network of cameras and sophisticated algorithms, these systems aim to detect the presence of firearms on school grounds. The idea is simple, yet alluring. Here's how it's supposed to work. Security cameras, strategically placed throughout the school, capture real-time footage. This footage is then analyzed by AI algorithms trained to recognize the unique visual signatures of firearms. Upon detection, the system can trigger a series of responses. It can alert school officials, law enforcement, or even initiate a lockdown. The goal is to provide early warning and precious time to react, potentially preventing a tragedy before it unfolds. Advocates of AI gun detection argue that it offers a proactive approach to school safety. Traditional security measures such as metal detectors are reactive. They are designed to catch individuals who are already armed. AI gun detection, on the other hand, seeks to identify potential threats before they even pose a danger. In a world where school shootings have become a terrifying reality, the promise of such technology is undeniably appealing. The hope is that these systems can act as an invisible shield, protecting our children from harm. They offer the tantalizing possibility of preventing tragedies like the one that unfolded at Antioch High School. But as we delve deeper into the events of that day, we begin to uncover the limitations of relying solely on technology to solve complex societal issues. Antioch High School had invested heavily in its security infrastructure. Among its arsenal of security measures was a state-of-the-art AI gun detection system. The system, provided by OmniAlert, a leading security firm, cost the school district a staggering $1 million. It was supposed to be a game-changer, a technological guardian angel for the students and staff of Antioch High. But, on that fateful day, the system failed to live up to its promise. The shooter entered the school cafeteria, weapon in hand, and the AI gun detection system remained silent. The sophisticated algorithms trained to recognize the telltale signs of a firearm failed to raise the alarm. The reasons for this failure are complex and disputed. OmniAlert, the company behind the system, claims that the shooter's position obscured the gun from the camera's view. The company's CEO, Dave Frazier, stated that the system did not have a clear line of sight to the firearm. This explanation, however, does little to assuage the concerns of those who believe that the system should have performed better. Adding to the confusion, Sean Braisted, the Chief Technology Officer for the Metropolitan Nashville Public Schools, offered a different perspective. He confirmed that the system did activate, but only when police officers arrived on the scene, their service weapons drawn. This revelation raised more questions than answers. If the system could detect police weapons, why did it fail to detect the shooter's gun? Was it a matter of camera placement? Were the algorithms not sophisticated enough to recognize the firearm in the context of the cafeteria environment? Or was this a case of human error, a failure to properly configure or monitor the system? The search for answers is ongoing, but one thing is clear: the AI gun detection system at Antioch High School failed to prevent a tragedy. And in the wake of this failure, the debate over the efficacy of such technology has intensified. The tragedy at Antioch High School has reignited a long-standing debate. Are AI gun detection systems a valuable tool for enhancing school safety, or do they provide a false sense of security? Critics argue that these systems are often marketed as a silver bullet solution to a complex problem. They contend that the technology is still in its infancy, prone to false positives and technical glitches. A false positive occurs when the system incorrectly identifies a harmless object as a firearm. These false alarms can lead to unnecessary panic and disruptions. Imagine the chaos that would ensue if a student's cell phone or a teacher's umbrella were mistaken for a weapon. Critics also point to the potential for bias in the algorithms that power these systems. If the training data used to develop these algorithms is flawed, the system may be more likely to misidentify certain individuals or groups as potential threats. Moreover, there is the danger of creating a surveillance state within our schools. The proliferation of cameras and facial recognition technology raises serious privacy concerns. Is the potential for increased security worth the erosion of privacy for students and staff? These concerns are not to be taken lightly. However, proponents of AI gun detection argue that the technology, while not perfect, can still play a valuable role in a multi-layered approach to school safety. They acknowledge that no single solution can completely eliminate the threat of gun violence, but they argue that AI gun detection, when used in conjunction with other security measures, can provide an additional layer of protection. They point to instances where these systems have successfully alerted authorities to the presence of firearms, potentially preventing tragedies. The debate is complex and nuanced. There is no easy answer.